Hello everyone, how you doing today? I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a new laptop here. This one is a Lenovo laptop. The model is a Lenovo 320-15ABR, also known as a model 80Xs001. And in this video what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to open it up and how to clean up and repaste the whole system and pretty much service it down by tearing it down. And if yours is running a little bit hot and you want to repaste and service it out, this video is for you. This applies for any 320-15ABR series or any 80X series. Alright, the things that you need to do first, you need to power off the laptop completely. You want to turn it upside down. You want to grab a screwdriver set. I suggest to get the UFIXTEK screwdriver set. I'll leave the link in the video description for all the tools that I use. We're going to be using a Phillips #1 from this screwdriver set. These bits are made out of S2 class steel. That means they're really tough in steel. If you want to get the Pro set, which would they include you an opening tools and tweezers and many other stuff, or you can just simply grab the screwdriver set and get yourself a guitar pick. A metallic guitar pick are really suitable to opening electronics, covers, or laptops, obviously. And you will need a thermal paste. You need your favorite thermal paste. I'm going to be using an Arctic MX4 thermal paste. You can use a overkilled one with a thermal grizzly cryonaut. You will need a workshop towel. These are again the links in my video description. You need a one sheet of this one. You will need a tweezers, a curved tweezers or a straight tweezer. With all this on hand, we're going to start removing the parts. First thing first, we're going to realize that there's a whole bunch of screws under the laptop. Don't panic. All the screws are the same size and height, so you cannot mismatch them. They are the same. So you want to start from one corner and go ahead and remove all the screws and keep them in one whole pile. Also, if you guys find my content helpful and helping you guys out, you can just help me out or support the channel by clicking that like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It will be a great, tremendous help and motivation for me to make more videos, take requests, and help you guys out. I really appreciate it. Right, now that we remove all the screws, we're going to simply go ahead and remove the caddy for the DVD drive. Now we're going to open up the screen a little bit and in 45-degree angle, I will say. And we're going to stick the opening tool between the top and the bottom cover, just like that. And we're just going to twist it. And you're going to hear a few clicks. That's what you want to hear. Just click, click, open it up, go to the left and right side, all the way to the back corner. And do the left and right side. Once you did that, just close up the screen. And grab it right here by where the DVD drive was, right in here is important. Do not grab it from this end. And pull it up and slide it towards the I/O side, which is here. So you can scoop this one out of the jacks. Otherwise, you're going to break the jack if you try to lift it up from here. That's very important. This is the bottom of the chassis, bottom chassis, how we call it. Grab an old toothbrush or new toothbrush and go ahead and clean up the mesh down here. And down here you're gonna see the whole heatsink, the fan, and this one actually has a GPU installed. Yours might not have a GPU depending the exact version. I have made another video on the 320 versions Lenovo. They do not even include you the fan, and they only have a pipe and little metal sheet over here. But because of the CPU and the GPU on this one, they actually provide you with a fan. Alright, that picture should be somewhere over here so you can actually see the difference. Alright, next thing, what we're going to do, we're going to remove the battery before we do anything by removing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the battery. Go ahead and remove the screws for the battery. They are the same size and height. Again, don't worry about mismatching these batteries. Once you remove the 4 screws, just grab the battery. Now lift it up from here. and pull it back so it can release the jack. It's really soft, so it will come out pretty easy. And now we're gonna disconnect the fan first from the jack just by pulling up the jack. I do not recommend you guys to pull straight on the fan, on the cables of the fan cable. If you pay attention, there's a little notch right on the sides of the, let me zoom in. There's a tiny notch right on the side, so you want to put your fingernail right there and pull it up. Just move it around a little bit. It will release itself. You see? And it comes up. So that's why I don't like pulling on the cables. So you need to pull out from these earlobes on the sides. All right, next thing down here, we're gonna start removing the heatsink. But before that, we're gonna untangle this Wi-Fi cable. Just snap it up. Just lift it up from the sides and bring it to one side. Remove the fan by removing one screw on this side. All right, that's the fan. Just bring the fan to one side and untangle this Wi-Fi cable. Just zigzag around it. And again, you can take this one outside with a toothbrush. You can clean it with some compressed air. Don't use a compressed air cans. Those are really useless and they will throw humidity. Use a dry air compressor. I'll leave the link in the video description. Those are really good and really powerful. Now we're going to remove the heatsink by removing 2 screws for the GPU and 3 screws for the CPU. They have a C-lock on them. That means the screw will not come out entirely. You just have to rotate. And go ahead and pick up the heatsink right there. And there's your old thermal paste. And the VRAMs, we're not going to change the pads. The pads are not necessary to change, as they don't even need pads on the VRAMs because they're not even overclocked. The only time you need a pad on the VRAM is when you overclock the VRAMs. And these ones are locked in, so you cannot even overclock those. Another tool that I forgot to mention, you will need an alcohol. This is an isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol. You're gonna grab your towel, grab the alcohol, soak it in here. This is non-conductive. And then you want to rub it on the GPU and remove the excess of the thermal paste on the CPU. You do not need to clean up around the CPU on the PCB boards. The thermal paste is not really necessary. It's absolutely not necessary. But if you want to go crazy and you like, I need to clean it up because I have some disease that is asking me for it. So you have to be very careful with the capacitors around the CPU. Just grab something with a plastic spatula and you can gently go there and pry it away. Make sure you don't force on the capacitors and you can just clean it up. But again, it's absolutely not necessary. It's not going to affect the performance or the temperature. Once you clean it up, grab the excess of the thermal paste with the towel, or you can use to move it out. You can use the toothbrush to shake it off in an angle. There we go. Now we're gonna clean up the heatsink. Just grab it and remove the thermal paste on both sides. And grab a new side of the towel, and we're gonna do the last pass here and do one nicely last pass. Once you clean it up, do not touch it. You don't want to put any grease on top here. Clean it up nicely. Grab your favorite thermal paste, put a tiny drop on the GPU and one line in the middle on the CPU. These thermal pastes are not conductive, don't worry about how much you put on it. Okay, now you're gonna grab the heatsink, bring it over, align it, and then put it down. Once you put it down, do not lift it up. With 2 fingers, hold it down gently, and it starts screwing. There's a 1, 2, 3 numbers on it. Doesn't matter where you start from, as long as you cross screw them. So it starts with 3, 2, 1, and then whatever the last one you want to do. Just tighten it up nicely, not too tight, not too loose. There we go. And clean up the fan, and let's put the fan back in. Also clean the back side here. Before we put the fan in, you can easily grab and untangle back down this Wi-Fi, or just do it after. I'll put it in and plug in the fan cable right toward the motherboard. Put the screw for the fan on the corner here, right there. Grab the cables, tangle them again, bring them zigzagging around on the side of the fan. Bring it over the jack, Wi-Fi, and plug it in. The gray one goes on the number 1. Actually, it doesn't matter what goes where, because at the end both antennas are the same type. Alright, there we go. Once you did that, pretty much we are almost done. You're just gonna grab the battery. Before we sit it down the way it's supposed to be, we're just gonna align the jack right here and make sure it's facing it straight, and push it towards the connector all the way in. And now you can align the screw holes, make sure it's nice and not moving, and put the 4 screws for the battery, 1 on the side and 2 on the other sides. And there we go. Once you have this one in here, just grab the bottom cover, bring it over. Make sure you scoop in the I/O side down first. So grab the I/O side, bring it over, and scoop it right down there. Make sure it nicely scooped right under the I/O side. Push it down and release the other side, and just walk yourself around and just push it down on the cover. Make sure you hit those clicks. And the last thing would be putting down the tray for the DVD and smack on all the screws on the bottom cover. Again, I hope this video helped you guys out to do your own service and maintenance for your Lenovo 320-15 ABR model or the 80Xs series. If you did help you guys out, you can just click that like and subscribe to the channel to support me to make more videos and help you guys out. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just gonna finish up putting up the bottom screws.